It just happened. Tokyo didn't just welcome BTS, it erupted. And in the middle of that chaos, Jungkook made a split-second move that has the entire internet talking right now. Before we dive in, make sure you hit subscribe, like this video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and share this with every ARMY you know, because what happened to Jin BTS in Tokyo is something fans will not forget anytime soon. The moment began like any other high-profile BTS arrival, except it didn't stay normal for long. Tokyo had already been on edge for days, with fans gathering in massive numbers, tracking every rumor, every flight update, every possible glimpse of Jungkook and Jin BTS. The anticipation wasn't just high, it was explosive. Social media platforms across the United States and globally were flooded with hashtags even before the plane touched down. Hashtag Jin in Tokyo and hashtag Jungkook protects Jin began trending hours in advance, signaling just how intense the situation was about to become. Jungkook and Jin BTS had arrived in Japan for what insiders described as a tightly scheduled set of appearances tied to a larger global rollout, possibly hinting at upcoming performances, collaborations, or even something bigger. While official details remained limited, the presence of both Jungkook and Jin BTS in Tokyo alone was enough to trigger an unprecedented crowd response. And then it happened as the convoy doors opened and Jungkook stepped out alongside Jin BTS. The atmosphere shifted instantly. Fans who had been held behind barriers began surging forward, not in a violent way, but in that overwhelming, uncontrollable wave of excitement that sometimes crosses the line between admiration and chaos. Security teams were clearly prepared, but even they seemed momentarily caught off guard by the sheer intensity of the crowd's movement. Jin BTS, known for his calm and composed demeanor, was initially smiling, waving, and acknowledging fans in his usual warm way. Jungkook, walking just slightly behind him, scanned the surroundings with a noticeably sharper focus. And within seconds, that instinct would prove critical, because suddenly the crowd tightened. The space around Jin BTS began to shrink as fans pushed forward, phones raised, voices screaming, trying to capture even a second of eye contact. The barriers, which were supposed to maintain distance, started to lose their effectiveness under the pressure. In videos now circulating across TikTok, X, and YouTube, you can clearly see the moment when Jin BTS is briefly caught in the surge. His movement slowed, his path obstructed, his security detail struggling to regain control of the formation. And that's when Jungkook reacted. Without hesitation, Jungkook stepped in, literally closing the gap between Jin BTS and the incoming crowd. His body language shifted instantly from relaxed to protective. He positioned himself slightly ahead and to the side of Jin BTS, creating a physical buffer while signaling to security. It wasn't dramatic in a cinematic sense, but it was real, fast, and incredibly effective. Fans noticed immediately. Clips slowed down frame by frame show Jungkook extending his arms slightly, guiding Jin BTS forward while keeping his own posture firm and alert. At one point, Jungkook appears to glance directly at the crowd, not aggressively, but with a clear, focused intensity that many fans online have described as protective instinct kicking in. Within seconds, additional security personnel moved in, stabilizing the situation and escorting Jungkook and Jin BTS safely toward their vehicle. But by then, the moment had already been captured from multiple angles, across dozens of devices, and uploaded within minutes. Back in the United States, fans waking up to the news were met with a flood of headlines, reaction videos, and viral edits. Major entertainment accounts began reposting the clips, highlighting Jungkook's quick response and praising the coordination between him and Jin BTS under pressure. One viral tweet read, "Jungkook didn't even think twice. He just moved. That's not choreography. That's real." Another comment gaining traction stated, "You can tell how much Jungkook respects Jin BTS. The way he protected him says everything." Media outlets also began picking up the story, framing it as a powerful example of the bond between BTS members, especially between Jungkook and Jin BTS, whose dynamic has long been described as a mix of playful teasing and deep mutual care. Analysts pointed out that while moments like this are rare, they reveal something more authentic than any staged performance. And yet, beyond the headlines, there's a deeper layer to what happened in Tokyo, because this wasn't just about chaos. It was about control within chaos. It was about how quickly situations can escalate when global stars like Jungkook and Jin BTS are involved, and how critical awareness becomes in those moments. The scale of BTS's influence means that even a routine appearance can turn into something overwhelming in seconds. For Jungkook, this moment reinforced a reputation that fans have been talking about for years, that he's not just a performer, but someone who is constantly aware of his surroundings, his members, and the energy of the crowd. His reaction wasn't rehearsed. It wasn't planned. It was instinct. For Jin BTS, the moment highlighted his composure. Even as the crowd pressed in, he maintained a calm presence, trusting both the security team and Jungkook to navigate the situation. That trust, that silent coordination, is something that fans are now analyzing in detail, frame by frame, gesture by gesture. And then there's the emotional side, because for many armies watching the footage, the moment triggered a mix of excitement and concern. Excitement, because it showed Jungkook and Jin BTS in a raw, unscripted interaction that felt deeply human. Concern, because it raised questions about safety, boundaries, and how events like this can be managed more effectively in the future. Some fans have even started discussions about crowd etiquette, urging others to maintain respect and distance during public appearances. "We love Jungkook and Jin BTS," one fan wrote, "but we have to protect them too." Still, the story doesn't end there, because insiders are now hinting that this Tokyo appearance is just the beginning. Rumors are swirling about a major announcement tied to Jungkook and Jin BTS, possibly involving a new stage collaboration, a surprise performance, or even a global broadcast event that could redefine their presence in 2026. If that's true, then what happened in Tokyo might be remembered not just as a chaotic moment, but as the opening scene of something much bigger. And that brings us to the real question. What does this moment say about Jungkook and Jin BTS right now, at a time when global attention is sharper than ever, when every movement is recorded and analyzed? Moments like this cut through the noise. They show authenticity. They show connection. They show that behind the mashed-up production, the lights, and the headlines, there are real instincts, real reactions, and real relationships at play. Jungkook didn't need to step in, but he did. Jin BTS didn't panic. He trusted the moment, and together, they turned what could have been a dangerous situation into something controlled, contained, and ultimately meaningful. As the videos continue to spread and the conversation grows, one thing is clear. Tokyo didn't just witness chaos. It witnessed a moment that fans will replay, analyze, and talk about for a long time. So now we want to hear from you. Do you think Jungkook's reaction shows a deeper side of his personality that we don't often see on stage? And what does this moment reveal about the bond between Jungkook and Jin BTS? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned, because if Tokyo is just the beginning, what comes next might be even bigger. But as more footage continues to surface, a new layer of the story is starting to unfold, and it's changing how fans and media alike are interpreting what really happened in Tokyo. Because when you slow the videos down, when you look beyond the initial shock and noise, something even more striking becomes clear. Jungkook wasn't just reacting to the crowd. He was anticipating and several angles now circulating online. Jungkook can be seen subtly adjusting his position even before the surge fully happens. His eyes track movement. His steps shift slightly closer to Jin BTS. It's almost as if he senses the change in energy seconds before it becomes visible to everyone else. For fans who have followed Jungkook closely over the years, this isn't entirely surprising. He's known for his precision, his awareness, and his ability to stay locked in, even in unpredictable environments. But seeing it play out like this, in real time, with Jin BTS at the center of the moment, it hits differently. Meanwhile, Jin BTS's reaction is also gaining attention, but for a completely different reason. While Jungkook moves into a protective stance, Jin BTS maintains composure in a way that feels almost unreal given the situation. He doesn't flinch. He doesn't pull away abruptly. Instead, he continues moving forward, guided but not shaken, trusting the system around him. And that contrast, Jungkook's quick defensive instinct and Jin BTS's steady calm, is exactly what fans are now calling perfect synchronization. Across US-based entertainment platforms, this moment is already being framed as more than just a chaotic crowd incident. It's being described as a glimpse into the real dynamics of BTS, specifically the relationship between Jungkook and Jin BTS. A relationship that has evolved over years, from playful teasing to something that now carries a visible sense of responsibility and mutual respect. One entertainment commentator noted, "You can't script that kind of timing." Jungkook moved like someone who knows exactly how Jin BTS will respond, and Jin BTS trusted him without hesitation. That's not just teamwork. That's understanding built over time. And the internet? It's doing what it does best, turning the moment into something bigger. Edits are flooding TikTok, pairing the Tokyo footage with emotional music, slow motion effects, and captions like, "He didn't even look back. He just protected Jin BTS." On YouTube, analysis videos are breaking down every second, zooming in on hand movements, eye contact, even the spacing between Jungkook and Jin BTS as they move through the crowd. Some fans are even comparing this moment to past instances where BTS members have stepped in for each other, creating a timeline of what they're calling unspoken protection moments. And right at the center of that conversation, Jungkook and Jin BTS. But not all reactions are purely emotional. There's also a growing discussion around security protocols and event management. Experts in crowd control have weighed in, pointing out that while the situation was quickly contained, it highlights how rapidly conditions can shift when dealing with artists of BTS's global magnitude. Even the most prepared teams can be challenged when fan enthusiasm reaches a certain level. For Jungkook and Jin BTS, this raises important questions moving forward. As their schedules expand and their global presence continues to grow in 2026, how will events like this be managed differently? Will there be tighter controls, smaller appearances, or even more advanced security measures? And yet, despite all the analysis, all the speculation, and all the headlines, fans keep coming back to one thing: that single moment, Jungkook stepping in, Jin BTS moving forward, and no words exchanged, no dramatic gestures, just instinct and trust. It's the kind of moment that doesn't need explanation, but invites it anyway. And just when it seemed like the story had reached its peak, something unexpected happened. A brief clip, only a few seconds long, began circulating late last night. Shot from a different angle, it appears to show Jungkook turning slightly toward Jin BTS once they reach a safer distance. There's no clear audio, but fans are convinced he says something, possibly checking on him, possibly making sure everything is okay. Jin BTS responds with what looks like a small nod and a smile. That smile, for many fans, that was the real climax. Not the chaos, not the movement, but that quiet, almost invisible exchange after everything settles. Because in that moment, the tension breaks. The situation is over. And what's left isn't fear or panic, but relief, connection, and something that feels undeniably genuine. Now, speculation is growing even stronger. Was this moment purely accidental? Or is it part of a larger pattern we're only starting to notice now? With Jungkook and Jin BTS appearing together more frequently in recent schedules, some fans believe this could signal a new phase, one where their dynamic takes on a more central role in upcoming projects. Could Tokyo have been more than just a stop on the map? Could it have been the beginning of a narrative that's about to unfold on a much larger stage? Because if there's one thing BTS has mastered over the years, it's turning moments into movements. And sometimes, the most powerful moments aren't the ones planned months in advance, but the ones that happen in seconds, under pressure, in front of the world. Jungkook didn't prepare for that exact moment. Jin BTS didn't expect it, but together, they handled it, and now, millions of people are watching, replaying, and trying to understand what it really means. So here's where things get even more interesting. Industry insiders are now quietly suggesting that the Tokyo schedule may include a surprise appearance, something that hasn't been officially announced yet. And if that's true, then the timing of this viral moment couldn't be more impactful. Attention is at its peak. The spotlight is locked in. And Jungkook and Jin BTS are once again at the center of global conversation. Coincidence? Maybe or maybe perfect timing. Either way, one thing is certain. This story isn't over. Not even close. Now we turn it back to you. After watching everything that happened in Tokyo, after seeing how Jungkook reacted and how Jin BTS responded, what do you think this moment really reveals? Is this just a spontaneous reaction in a chaotic situation, or does it show a deeper, unspoken bond between Jungkook and Jin BTS that we're only beginning to understand? Drop your thoughts below, because this conversation is just getting started. And if more footage drops, or if Tokyo delivers another unexpected moment, you already know we'll be right here breaking it down with you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, because when it comes to Jungkook and Jin BTS, anything can happen next.